Leaders from around the world gathered in New York today for the UN Climate Summit. And after showing up briefly just so he could walk out, Trump said this to reporters.
I'm a big believer in clean air and clean water, and all countries should get together and do that.
Is he serious? But on the climate crisis, might I suggest the adults take a lesson from the next generation, who held their own youth climate summit over the weekend?
We are facing an existential emergency, and our world leaders have the obligation to make radical change.
Indeed they do, but since they've done nothing of the sort so far, it's those kids who've been stepping up. Just this past Friday, they organized thousands of strikes across the globe. Here in Massachusetts, a group of students managed to get together plenty of supporters, all calling for real action. And the inspiration behind it? Greta Thunberg. She's the 16-year-old environmental activist from Sweden who spent 2 weeks crossing the Atlantic on a zero-emissions sailboat to make it to the summit. And while she was at it, she gave us a little lesson on how to respectfully challenge a congressman. Here was one exchange.
So while in the United States we need to continue investing in innovative solutions and exporting clean energy technologies, it makes no sense for us to be doing it if we're simply watching for increases in China.
I am from Sweden. It's a small country. And there it is the same argument. Why should we do anything? Just look at the US, they say. So just so you know, that is being used against you as well.
Wow. Poised, to the point, tough but respectful. A far cry from congressional face-offs of the past, like this one, also from last week.
Can you read what you wrote down?
I'm happy to have you read it, Congressman.
Well, why don't you want to read it, Mr. Lewandowski?
I think you should afford me the same privilege you afforded Director Mueller.
Are you ashamed of the words that you wrote down?
President Swalwell, I'm very happy of what I've written, but you're welcome to read it if you'd like.
Are you ashamed to read it out loud?
I'm not ashamed of anything in my life.
Enlightening. And then there was this famous Senate hearing exchange as well.
You're saying there's never been a case where you drank so much that you didn't remember what happened the night before or part of what happened.
You're asking about, blackout. I don't know. Have you?
Put that man on the Supreme Court. But anyway, back to the teenagers showing the adults how it should be done.
I have not come to offer any prepared remarks at this hearing. I am instead attaching my testimony. It is the IPCC Special Report on Global Warming. I am submitting this report as my testimony because I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to the scientists. And I want you to unite behind the science. And then I want you to take real action.
It'd certainly be nice. And it was nice, too, to see such civility and level-headed advocacy in Congress, even if just for a moment.